Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories. Richard Chamberlain. Richard Chamberlain, the iconic American actor best known for his roles in Dr. Kildare and the Thornbirds, passed away on March 29, 2025, in Waimanalo, Hawaii, due to complications from a stroke. His death marks the end of an era for a generation of viewers who grew up watching him bring depth, elegance, and emotional intensity to television and film. A quiet but profound presence, Chamberlain was not just an actor, he was a craftsman of emotion, a master of poise, and a pioneer in television drama. Born George Richard Chamberlain on March 31, 1934, in Beverly Hills, California, he was raised in a world not far from the glitter of Hollywood, yet his path to stardom was one he carved through dedication rather than privilege. Initially studying art history and painting at Pomona College, Richard discovered his passion for acting during his university years, a passion that would soon redefine the contours of television drama. He rose to national fame with the role of Dr. James Kildare in the NBC medical drama Dr. Kildare, which ran from 1961 to 1966. The show was a phenomenon, and Chamberlain, with his calm demeanor and heartfelt delivery, became a household name. Millions tuned in weekly not just for the medical drama, but for the warmth and emotional resonance he brought to his character. He quickly earned the nickname TV's first heartthrob, and for several years was among the most adored faces in American households. But Richard Chamberlain didn't allow himself to be confined to a single archetype. Refusing to be typecast, he traveled to England and immersed himself in the world of classical theatre. There he took on demanding roles like Hamlet, earning respect for his serious dedication to the craft of acting. His time on the British stage not only refined his skills but also proved that he was far more than just a pretty face. He was an actor of range and substance. His return to television in the 1900 ADS heralded one of the most successful second acts in Hollywood. In 1980, he starred in Shogun, portraying an English navigator stranded in feudal Japan. The miniseries was a critical and commercial success, cementing Chamberlain as the king of the miniseries. Just a few years later, in 1983, he captivated audiences again in The Thornbirds, playing the conflicted and tormented father Ralph de Bricossard opposite Rachel Ward. His performance was haunting, romantic, and tragic all at once, earning him a Golden Globe and a permanent place in television history. He also took on cinematic roles such as Aramis in The Three Musketeers, 1973, and its sequels, and adventurer Alan Quatermain in King Solomon's Mines, 1985, and Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold, 1986. In 1988, he played Jason Bourne in the original TV adaptation of The Bourne Identity, long before the franchise became a Hollywood juggernaut. Chamberlain's personal life remained largely private until the early 2000s. In 2003, he published his memoir Shattered Love, in which he publicly came out as gay, a courageous and deeply personal revelation in an industry that often demanded conformity. His story became one of quiet strength and resilience, inspiring many with its honesty and vulnerability. In his later years, Richard Chamberlain chose a life of tranquility in Hawaii, far from the spotlight he once commanded. He occasionally returned to acting, but largely lived a peaceful, reflective life. Richard Chamberlain leaves behind a legacy of artistic integrity, emotional depth, and cultural impact. He was a symbol of a transformative era in television, a man who brought authenticity to every role, who carried elegance in his every movement, and whose performances will continue to echo in the hearts of those who witnessed them. Bruce Glover. Bruce Glover, a gifted and unforgettable character actor known best for his role as the sinister Mr. Wint in the James Bond classic Diamonds Are Forever, passed away on March 12, 2025, in Los Angeles, California. He was 92 years old. With his sharp features, haunting presence, and unnerving calm, Glover left an indelible mark on both film and television, crafting performances that lingered long after the screen faded to black. Born on May 2, 1932 in Chicago, Illinois, Bruce Herbert Glover was of English, Czech, and Swedish descent Before making his mark in Hollywood, he served in the U.S. Army from 1953 to 1955 and participated in the Korean War. Acting came into his life somewhat by accident. He once posed as a model for an art class during college, which sparked a curiosity that eventually grew into a lifelong passion for performance. Glover began his career in the 1950s, gradually building his resume with roles on popular TV shows like Perry Mason, Gunsmoke, and Mission Impossible. He wasn't a conventional leading man, but he had something that stood out, an intensity and unpredictability that made casting directors take notice. He played outlaws, eccentrics, and villains, and brought a unique flair to each of them. But it was in 1971, when he played the role of Mr. Wint in Diamonds Are Forever, that Bruce Glover truly became part of cinema history. Alongside Potter Smith's Mr. Kidd, Glover portrayed one half of a menacing, unusually calm assassin duo that stalked James Bond, Sean Connery, throughout the film. Their eerie chemistry and unsettling politeness made them among the most memorable villains in Bond franchise history. Glover's cold smile and deliberate delivery brought a theatrical menace that elevated the film's tone. Beyond Bond, Glover had notable roles in films like Chinatown, 1974, where he played Duffy, a henchman in the seedy underworld of Roman Polanski's noir masterpiece. He continued to work through the decades, never quite becoming a household name, but always earning respect among peers and fans for his commitment and craft. He also mentored and inspired his son, Crispin Glover, who would go on to have his own eclectic and successful career in Hollywood. The two even acted together in projects such as Freaky Friday and Simon Says, showcasing the quirky, artistic spirit that clearly ran in the family. Bruce Glover was a rare breed, an actor who didn't chase the spotlight but who demanded attention every time he appeared on screen. He had the soul of an artist, the discipline of a veteran, and the eyes of a man who saw the world through layered, complex truths. Whether playing a killer or a quiet observer, Glover brought authenticity and depth. His legacy endures not in blockbuster fame, but in the rich, textured characters he brought to life, and in the inspiration he passed down to his son and the many actors who studied his craft. With his passing, Hollywood loses a true original, a man who lived on his own terms, in art and in life. Barbara Allen, a distinguished American actress celebrated for her poignant roles in television and film during the 1970s and 1980s, passed away on March 31, 2025, in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, after a courageous battle with Alzheimer's disease. Her performances, marked by depth and empathy, left an indelible mark on audiences and the entertainment industry alike. Born Barbara Susan Pokras on July 12, 1946, in Reading, Pennsylvania, Allen was raised by her mother and grandmother. From an early age, she exhibited a profound interest in the performing arts, which led her to pursue formal training at the Pasadena Playhouse in California between 1964 and 1965. This foundational education paved the way for a career characterized by versatility and emotional resonance. Allen's screen debut came in 1971 with appearances in television series such as O'Hara U.S. Treasury, Alias Smith and Jones, and Gunsmoke. Her compelling performances quickly garnered attention, leading to her film debut in 1972's You Like My Mother. In this psychological thriller, Allen portrayed Kathleen Kinsolving, a mentally challenged, non-speaking young woman. Her nuanced performance earned her a Golden Globe nomination for Most Promising New Actress, signaling her arrival as a formidable talent in Hollywood. In 1973, Allen joined the cast of the acclaimed television series The Waltons, portraying Jenny Pendleton, the love interest of John Boy Walton, played by Richard Thomas. This role not only endeared her to audiences but also mirrored her off-screen romance with Thomas, adding a layer of authenticity to their on-screen chemistry. Her portrayal of Jenny was marked by a delicate balance of strength and vulnerability, qualities that became hallmarks of her acting style. Throughout the 1970 Essens and 1980 Essens, Allen's television presence was prolific. She guest-starred in numerous popular series including Marcus Welby, M.D., Hawaii Five-0, Columbo, The Rockford Files, Kojak, and The Incredible Hulk. Each role showcased her adaptability and commitment to bringing depth to her characters, regardless of screen time. In addition to her television work, Allen made significant contributions to the film industry. She starred alongside Gregory Peck in the 1974 Western Billy Two Hats, portraying Esther Spencer, a character that further demonstrated her range and ability to convey complex emotions. Her performance in the 1973 television film Scream, Pretty Peggy, where she acted opposite Bette Davis, remains a standout in her career, blending suspense with psychological depth. Beyond acting, Allen broke new ground as a writer. In 1978, she became the first woman to pen a script for the television series Baretta, marking a significant milestone in an industry where female voices were often underrepresented. This achievement underscored her multifaceted talents and her determination to contribute to the creative process in diverse ways. In 1990, Allen chose to step away from acting to focus on political activism and personal pursuits. She was a staunch supporter of labor rights and actively participated in political campaigns, including volunteering for Jackie Goldberg's 1993 City Council campaign in Los Angeles. Her commitment to social causes reflected the same passion and empathy that she brought to her performances. Allen's personal life was rich and fulfilling. She married Peter Gelblum in 1979, and together they had a daughter, Emily. Although the marriage ended in 2001, Allen's role as a mother remained central to her life. Her family remembers her as a woman of profound intellect and warmth, with a love for mystery novels, poetry, and music, particularly the works of Bob Dylan and Paul Simon's Graceland album. Her sister, Meg Pokrass, an accomplished author and editor, often spoke of Allen's influence and the close bond they shared. In a heartfelt tribute, Pokrass described her sister as a guiding light and a source of inspiration, both personally and professionally. Taryn Barbara Allen's legacy is one of artistic excellence and compassionate activism. Her performances continue to resonate with audiences, offering portrayals that delve into the complexities of the human experience. As a trailblazer for women in the entertainment industry, her contributions extend beyond the screen, paving the way for future generations of female writers and actors. Her passing is a profound loss to the artistic community and to all who were touched by her work and spirit. Yet, her legacy endures in the rich tapestry of characters she brought to life and the positive impact she had on those around her. Xian Barbara Allen's life serves as a testament to the power of empathy, dedication, and the enduring influence of authentic storytelling.
Nancy B. Heffley, the longtime beloved organist of Dodger Stadium, whose music became a soundtrack to countless baseball memories, passed away on March 29, 2025. For 27 seasons, she wasn't just the woman behind the organ. She was the heartbeat of the stadium, blending tradition, intuition, and pure joy into every note she played. With her passing, the Dodgers lost more than a musician. They lost a cherished piece of their soul. Born on February 24, 1936, in Southern California, Nancy's love for music began at an early age. At just 4 years old, she started playing piano after hearing her older sister practice. By age 7, she had also learned the accordion, and at 13, she persuaded her teacher to introduce her to the organ, the instrument that would become her legacy. Nancy's musical talents would take her many places, from fairs to Las Vegas stages, but she was always rooted in community. For over 55 years, she played organ at the Bellflower Baptist Church, where she also met her husband, Bill Heffley. A devoted pair, they shared both faith and music, often traveling together for Nancy's performances. Her journey into baseball began with a brief stint as a substitute organist for the California Angels in the 1980s. But her major break came in 1988, when Helen Dell retired after 15 seasons as the Dodgers organist. Nancy auditioned during an exhibition game and won the hearts of players and fans alike. That was the start of a nearly 3-decade chapter where she became a fan favorite and a living fixture at Dodger Stadium. Nancy's playing style was entirely intuitive. She didn't use a playlist or a script. Instead, she watched the field closely and improvised live, playing pop hits, classic tunes, and even musical theater numbers that matched the mood or momentum of the game. Her rendition of Master of the House from Les Miserables, when pitcher Orel Hershiser took the mound, became iconic. Not just music, but a personal tribute. Fans adored her, and fellow Dodgers staff revered her. She became one of the most beloved figures in the stadium alongside Vin Scully and Tommy Lasorda. Her presence was so significant that in 2015, When changes in stadium entertainment threatened to sideline her, the Dodgers offered her a lifetime contract. But Nancy, always graceful and self-aware, chose to retire that same year. During her final game, the team honored her on the field in a moving tribute, with fans cheering her as warmly as they ever did the players. Even after her retirement, she remained devoted to the Dodgers. She and her husband would travel from their home in Silver Springs, Nevada, to attend games, often renting a local place just to be near the ballpark during homestands. Her husband, Bill, passed away in 2019, and now, with Nancy's passing, their chapter together is complete, but far from forgotten. Nancy B. Heffley was more than an organist. She was a quiet legend, a soulful storyteller, and the gentle rhythm behind some of the Dodgers' most unforgettable moments. Her music will forever echo in the stands and in the memories of fans who grew up with her melodies as the soundtrack of summer. Johnny Tillotson, the celebrated American singer-songwriter best known for his 1960 hit Poetry in Motion, passed away on April 1, 2025, at his home in Los Angeles, California, due to complications from Parkinson's disease. His melodic voice and heartfelt lyrics left an indelible mark on the music industry, bridging the realms of pop and country with seamless grace. Born on April 20, 1938, in Jacksonville, Florida, Johnny was the son of Doris and Jack Tillotson, a mechanic. At the tender age of 9, he moved to Palatka, Florida, to live with his grandmother. It was during these formative years that Johnny's passion for music began to blossom. He participated in various local talent shows and made appearances on television, showcasing his burgeoning talent. After graduating from high school, Johnny enrolled at the University of Florida, where he studied journalism and communications. However, his love for music remained a constant companion. In 1957, he submitted a demo tape to a national talent contest, which caught the attention of Cadence Records. This pivotal moment led to a recording contract and set Johnny on the path to stardom. Johnny's breakthrough came in 1960 with the release of Poetry in Motion. The song resonated with audiences, reaching No. 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and claiming the top spot on the UK singles chart in early 1961. Its catchy melody and Johnny's smooth vocals made it an instant classic, solidifying his status as a teen idol during an era dominated by the likes of Elvis Presley and Bobby V. Building on this success, Johnny continued to produce hits that showcased his versatility as an artist. In 1962, he released It Keeps Right on Curtain, a self-penned ballad inspired by his father's terminal illness. The song struck a chord with listeners, peaking at No. 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning Johnny his first Grammy nomination. Its poignant lyrics and emotive delivery highlighted his ability to convey deep emotion through music. The song's impact was further evidenced by covers from renowned artists such as Elvis Presley and Dean Martin, cementing its place in the annals of music history. Throughout the early to mid-1960s, Johnny maintained a steady presence on the charts with songs like Send Me the Pillow You Dream On, Without You, and Talk Back Trembling Lips. His ability to seamlessly blend pop sensibilities with country influences endeared him to a broad audience, allowing him to navigate the shifting musical landscape of the time. As the British invasion transformed the American music scene in the mid-1960s, many domestic artists found it challenging to maintain their earlier prominence. Johnny, however, adapted by embracing his country roots more fully. This transition was marked by his 1965 rendition of Heartaches by the Number, which earned him a second Grammy nomination and reaffirmed his relevance in the industry. Beyond his recording career, Johnny ventured into acting, appearing in films such as Just for Fun, 1963, and The Fat Spy, 1966. While his forays into acting were brief, they demonstrated his willingness to explore and diversify his artistic endeavors. In recognition of his contributions to music, Johnny was inducted into the Florida Artists Hall of Fame in 2011, an honor that celebrated his enduring impact on the cultural fabric of his home state and beyond. Johnny's personal life was marked by a deep commitment to his family. He was married to his beloved wife, Nancy, for 45 years. Together, they raised their son, John, and Johnny embraced his role as a stepfather to Genevieve. His family remembers him not only as a talented artist, but also as a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. In the days leading up to his passing, Johnny released a new song titled Everything I Touch Turns to Blue, a testament to his unwavering passion for music even in his final moments. His legacy is one of timeless melodies, heartfelt lyrics, and a career that spanned over 5 decades, touching the lives of fans across generations. Johnny Tillotson's music continues to resonate, a reflection of a bygone era that he helped define. His voice, once the soundtrack to youthful romance and heartache, remains immortalized in the grooves of his records and the memories of those who cherished his songs.